Hi, it's Stephen here at Bland Designs, and this is a little bit of an unusual video for me to post. Usually, I do my videos about what I've been making, creative ideas, things like that. But right now, I feel like I need to do a rant because, well, quite frankly, I find that our world, the paper crafters out there, scrapbookers, card makers, mixed media, art journalists, all those kind of people, we're being done a great injustice. I'll let you know about something that happened to me this week that started this whole idea of a rant. I volunteer for the art gallery in my community. I'm one of their educators. Basically what that means is I take a group of kids from the elementary grades from schools and take them on tours of the art installations at the art gallery. And we do activities with them, and we have some studio work we do with them as well. Basically, it's a really great program for exposing young people to the art community. The people that work at the art gallery are excellent. The staff there are very, very good. So my beef is not really with the individuals who run the art gallery or even the art gallery itself. My beef is with the attitude that I've been running into from people who are in the art community, people in art galleries, that kind of thing. And it's their definition of art. They feel that art, and when I say they, I'm not whitewashing everybody with this. The experience I had was simply that they asked me to create something for a special event that's coming up, a simple idea the general community could participate in. And they asked if I could create a tag or a card. So I created a tag. Now, being a scrapbooker, a card maker, that kind of thing, I did what comes naturally, and I created a tag using my scrapbooking supplies. And I kept it relatively simple so kids could do it. When I presented my idea to the people at the art gallery, I was told that basically it was not acceptable. Not acceptable because it didn't fall within their definition or with the definition of their CEO of what fine art is. Well, the hair on the back of my neck went up at that point, and I said, what's the definition of fine art? Yes, I did not create a Monet, I didn't create a Da Vinci or anything like that. It's not a group of 7 artwork, it's a simple tag. But it's done in paper crafting mode. Well, basically the answer I got was, and they were being very polite about this, they didn't want to offend me, they didn't intend to offend me, so let me make that clear. But they turned around and basically said, because it isn't recognized as a fine art, it is therefore not art. That's the problem I have. So the controversy here that I'm going to discuss for just a few minutes, if you'll allow me to rant on, is the difference between fine art and crafting. People in the fine art community, when they hear the word crafting, think about a bunch of people with their bottles of white glue and scissors cutting up little pieces of paper and sticking them on something. We in the crafting community know that's not how it works. It's art. Plain and simple. Fine art? Depends on how you define fine art. If you define fine art as something that the classical masters have created, that the group of 7 have created, that kind of thing, no, it's not in the same category. But nevertheless, it is art. It's art for the sake of art. What is art? Well, my definition of art is anything that uses the creative spirit and you put your soul into it and your imagination, that's art. I could take 2 bloody beer cans, glue them together end to end, set them up on a pedestal, throw a little paint on them, and if that was creative and if that came from my spirit and that made me, see, I'm all upset about this, made me feel good about it, then that's art. Is it art that's going to be shown in the Louvre? Is it art that the Canadian government's going to pay $1 million for, like they did for the lovely stripe that hangs in Ottawa? Is it that kind of art? Probably not, but nevertheless, it's art. I have seen many, many beautiful things on YouTube that people have showcased that they have made with cards, with art journals, with scrapbooking pages. Those are art. They do deserve a place in an art gallery. For example, in the particular art gallery that I'm working in, they have a whole display of one man's sketches from his sketchbook that eventually led to his great pieces of work. Now, If you're putting those on display as a history, as a display of an artist's process, then yes, I think they have value and they have merit. But are they fine art? Some of them have been matted and framed and are simply more than a pencil drawing of a rectangle on a page. And this is hung in a major art gallery as fine art. Now here's where I'm going to become a snob. I don't think that's fine art. I think they are what they are. They're sketches. If you present them as that this is the beginnings of something much greater, then yes, I think they have value. But to hang them on the wall simply because someone famous had them in their sketchbook doesn't, to me, necessarily justify art. Having said that, that's the same probably definition that the fine artist people out there are giving to us, the scrapbookers and the card makers. They're probably thinking, well, isn't that a cute little pastime? But it's not fine art. I guess the bottom line of all this that really bothers me is the snobbery that's in the art community. People who have gone to school, got a really good education in fine art history or in curatorial skills or in art, doing art in itself, I think they think they're above those of us who do things with glue and scissors and paper and create our own type of art. I don't like that. I don't think there's any room within the artistic movement, in the artistic community, for this kind of snobbery. Art is art. If you've created it, if you've put your spirit into it, if you've put your creative imagination into it, if it's made you feel good because you created something, that's art. That's all it is. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, I suppose. We all have our opinions about what we like and what we don't like. But just to turn around and whitewash the crafting community as not being part of fine art, well, that's prejudice. As simple as that. So that's why I'm doing this rant. All of you out there who spend all this time posting your videos, showing what you have created, I appreciate what you do. I think many of the things that you do are gorgeous. They're beautiful. I wish I could do the same in many cases. But I want you to know that I, for one, consider it art. And the hell with all of these other snobs out there in the art world who think what we do as crafters is nothing more than something that's only worthy of being hung on somebody's refrigerator like we were 5 years old. That's my rant. I'm interested in your comments. I guess the bottom line is I feel that scrapbookers, card makers, art journalists, and anybody else who does the paper arts is, in themselves, an artist. Thanks for listening.